Oh, this is Town Dog. I'm ready for another flight. Yeah, Flight Simulator X. I'm in my little travel air, red and white, that I've been flying around so much. But got a little bit out of its safe zone here. I'm at 9,000 feet altitude airport of Telluride, and I'm gonna go from Telluride to the little fictitious airport that we got called Casino City, Casino. Get right back. Casino Resort up in the mountains of Colorado. Both of them are. They're just a few miles apart. I've got a flight plan up the valley, but I'm gonna have to stay up high altitude because if I get back down that low, I may never get back up. This plane does not like this altitude. I think we'd get up over time, but it may take so long that I have to fly around a while. And again, we may try that too, but that's just a thought up front. I'll decide that as I go, as how it handles once I get off the ground. Now, I tried to take off here a while ago, and I had tried 3 times to get off the ground, but I did it all in one run. The runway's long enough, I just kept getting up and coming back down. But anyway, I got off and then flew clear the runway for a while before I left the end of the runway, so I was doing all right. But I only barely cleared it. I didn't climb, and that's what I'm hoping to do now, is barely get out of here, just so I do. That's what I want to do, and then try to fly this flight plan. Now the plane is in the hangar. We're going to push it back out this morning. So I guess we get ready to start doing that. So I'm gonna select the window. Let's push her back out. This is the red and white travel air that I've been flying. Let's get her back out and get her fired up. Set the fuel at about 60-65% probably. It's a pretty long flight, but not real long. I don't know how long. I haven't even looked at the mileage. I guess I ought to do that. Maybe even pull fuel up. But anyway, we'll get back out here and stop this thing. That's far enough right there, I think. Let's see if we can get her turned around. Well, we gotta get a crank first, though. Got too big a hurry there. Cart before the horse. All right, here we go. We're gonna turn this one on and this one on. And I believe that there's avionics. Nope, wrong. No, that's right. I looked up and I didn't see no lights, but look down there. They are. Now I got them on. Once we get that on, we're gonna turn that on and push that in. I believe it's right. Yeah, that's right there. And then we're gonna see if it'll start without going crazy. It did. Now we're running. Now we're gonna get out of the plane and try to work it out of here. Turn that thing right around on a dime right there. So we're going to go toward that mountain and take off the other direction, because you never would clear that mountain. This plane, I'll put it away, this plane not going over that mountain. Forget that. Not from here. It might over time, but it won't do it at this range. You would fly into the mountain before you got over it. Out the other way, I'm not 100% sure that way, but I believe it'll make it. It did a while ago, but I did leave the end of the airport off the runway. I wasn't on it, but I was struggling trying to get in the air, and I wasn't trying to keep it straight. After the second hop, I figured, well, I better just try to fly it. Don't worry about where it's at. So this time I got a little better understanding about what's going to happen. Maybe I'll make it. Let's go over here and line it, and we'll stop and wait and set everything up. I've got a flight plan that'll carry me down that valley with hopefully with enough waypoints to keep me within the valley. If I wanted to go down in it, would still fly it. But I'm not real sure. I did that once before, and I had the waypoints close together. It was a long time ago. One that the plane wouldn't actually make a turn. It'd get to one, and it would turn one. It would miss the next one. When it missed it, it would try to go back and get it. At that point, you done lost it. It ain't gonna fly. Especially up here, it can't afford to make all them sharp turns like that. I'm not real sure what's gonna happen. We're gonna try it. If I have to, I'll try to take over and hand fly it all but the altitude. And I can fly a little straighter. At this altitude, I want it to be as crooked as that line is. But if I go down in the valleys, I would. Most of it I can clear it up here, I think, anyway. Anyway, let's lock the brakes a minute. Check our fuel, which I think is still pretty close. I said it a few minutes ago. I set up a while ago to start the flight. Set up on the wrong airport when I got ready to leave. Wrong airport, couldn't do that. Flight plan was backwards, so I had to switch and start over. That's what I done. Just keeping it above board, not trying to say, hey, look here. That's exactly what I done. I done it wrong. Now, we are in here. This is not where we need to be. Oh, we need to be right here and here. That's where we need to be. And I'm gonna put it, how did I get 70 on the other tank? Well, I wanna go ahead and list that. 65, I'm gonna go 65 and 65. Now that's 65 across the board, whether it's enough or not. I hadn't checked the mile. Oh, quit clicking out like that. There we go. Now, the flight plan's already in the GPS, so we pull the GPS up. First line's red, the rest of it's crooked down that valley. I don't actually have to follow that if it comes down to it. I can fly it by hand and stay with it instead of flying it by the autopilot. But my intention is autopilot at this point, and it goes to, we go to, that's there where it goes to. It goes right in the runway, more or less runway heading. There's a feathers right there. I can actually use the high left when I get there and land if I want to, and I might. But anyway, we're ready to take off here, except for I need to take this autopilot up. I'm gonna set this at about 9.5 at this point. And I just want to barely get off the ground and fly. I don't want to try to get in no hurry. If it tries to get in a hurry, it'll come back down. It won't fly. There we go, right there and right there. And let's get this set right on. Right along there. And on this right here, set the match set. That's what that is. That matches it right there where I'm sitting. Everything is ready. We don't work with this right now. Pull that down. We'll be ready for that. And here we go. Well, somewhere out of the runway here, I could go back and check one more thing inside the plane. Let's get rid of this for a minute. The trim is set about halfway. A little down, usually more right. Let's try that right there. And the autopilot automatically pull it where it needs it. So here we go. All right, let's get it down the runway. We'll run most of the runway before we try to take off on kind of the altitude we're at. We don't have anything extra lift. We don't want to get off the ground until we have to. The faster we get before we lift off, better off we are. See if she'll lift now. If not, I'll help her just a little last minute. She's in there, so we're in good shape at this point. It should stay in there, just since the autopilot's doing it, and only at 100 feet a minute. It's good. Set a heading bug. Don't turn too much, it won't go back down. If you turn too much, you'll drop right back down. You lose up here. You lose your lift. See, it did drift a little bit. Went down a little. 110 is about the limit of this plane for speed anyway. Let's set this right here in the head part. Now if that mountain's in the way, we're in trouble, but my red line should miss that mountain. It might not, because the red line is hard to set by the mountain. Know you're clear. It looks like it ain't clear. I'll get over a little bit. I'm gonna set it at 10,000 exactly. It's still climbing. It might climb a little faster at this point now. I don't know. Let's get where you're gonna go. And here we go. Let's set this right here where we can see it. Put it over here. See most of what we're looking at right there. We don't need to see it all right now. We just need to see it in front of us right there. Now, I'm going to set that. That should still be wide open because that's what I get set faster than it actually fly, I think. I'm trying to keep the throttle up because I've got to have everything we need to get. This plane's going to fly through the mountains mostly. Hopefully it'll stay off of them by the waypoints, but if it don't, I'll have to take over and try to fly around a couple of them. I'd like to know how far that next waypoint is. 1 mile. No, I don't want that up. I've got dinner ready. Cooked bread to go with my fresh pot of beans I cooked. cornbread and beans about the best thing for us, I'm concerned. I just soon to have it as I had a steak. Cornbread and beans with a little pork in it. I don't know what else you might have made with it. Maybe nothing. Maybe don't matter. Just so I get the old belly full. That's all I'm after. Now that plane made a quick turn in that I didn't understand. Unless the waypoint is not. There's a possible chance that waypoint my GPS doesn't line and it looks. That's what it acts like. It turned before the GPS said I was there. This GPS lies sometimes, so you can't always go by it exactly. I'm going by the flight was designed by the map on Flight Simulator X, not by this GPS. But anyway, we flying just flying autopilot all the way. We stay at 10,000, we're below the airport where we're going. That's really all that matters. I may climb a little more yet. If I get down that valley, I might not get back out the way this thing does. I mean, if I did, I had to fly the valleys I climbed out, no matter where I ended up. If a valley run out, I'd be in trouble. I couldn't get up out of it quick enough. They're too high to be turning around, and if you go bank all the way around, it'd probably go down. Even these sharp tends, see how wide my turn was then. With the GPS, I turn so wide. If I get these little short ones and turn that wide, I might not actually make it back to the line quick enough. The turns are a little early. Maybe they're going to be all right. But I was almost as far down that line before I got back in, as the next line is long. If I overshoot the line in the turn, it ain't going to make it. The sharper the turn is, the bigger area it takes per turn too. And we're going to fly that right down this valley. And we'll go back a loop around these mountains and come back up on. Now I could try to climb just a little more on account of the fact that I need to be above the other airport at least a few hundred feet when I go try to land it. I'm not going to try to climb fast though. Just continuous climb. Maybe 11,000. See if I can get up there. I'll hold my breath till I get back down. I hear you. I watched a flight yesterday where a man died. Lost on YouTube. The flight lost oxygen. The man couldn't get to that oxygen bottle. He died trying to get to it. They all died. But it was only two, and they both died. They lost controls at the last minute and went down. Fire on board. I don't remember what the flight was, but I watched it yesterday.
2,500.
I made that turn pretty good. I see 2,500 here. I'm at 10,000. That shows that ground's high. We're going to make this flight. I said we're just flying it by autopilot. I need to set up for the landing. I have a VOR out here, but I don't need it by the way I'm going. But do need the ILS ready though, so I may just use ILS coming in. Keep worried about my mistakes crashing it. The ILS, okay, right here on. We're going to that fictitious airport that we've got. So WFLY is the code to it, but it won't be in yours unless you've got it installed. And we're going to Gamble Resort, or Casino Resort. Gamble City's what's named in the file, but it lists as Casino Resort. And our ILS is 108.90, so that's what we're going to set it on. I never did check see how far it was, see if our fuel gonna hold out. But we get along pretty good. I believe it's gonna hold out. If it don't, we'll go down, won't we? Just like that. I do have to sit on it. On fuel to run out, I do believe. About the only realism I use. And I had that for a while. I didn't have that set. I had restored the simulator. Hadn't went and reset it, but I think I finally did. So I know it did. I ran out of fuel crossing the ocean. I run out up on touchdown. Managed to land it. I didn't get that all on video, but I did make a video of the ending point and explained it all. I did have a person flying with me that saw it all and knew exactly what happened. He landed with little fuel. I landed with no fuel. Anyway, we're going to try to make this flight. I can actually check and see how far this is by going there, and here, and rotate that down. And it'll tell me how far each one of these are, and it'll tell me, I've got a bunch of waypoints for you in there. It's only 30 miles left right now, so it ain't that far. I didn't think it was very far, but I wasn't sure. Now, actually, I get too many equipments on the scene, but this one here is still parked out. When it comes on, let this one tell me. I gotta have this one up. It is on already, that's what I thought. Turn that off. But we won't try to contact it, we'll get in close to it. Now I've got somebody coming to the flight simulator now. Don't know who they are, might look and see. He went out. I got a bunch of communication I had there yesterday with a man from Tennessee, which is he's only 40 miles from me, but I don't know who he is right at the moment. All I had was his name in here. I never could communicate with him except in typing. I'm not that good at that. We managed to decide where each other was at, but that's about it. Not exact address, so I knew where he was. I might try to visit him someday. All right. Now I need a runway heading too on this thing. I hadn't said that yet. Runway heading of the airport is 145. Is that right? That's what it says. All right, we'll set on that. Bring us around to 145. It's flying the plane, but it ain't got to be pointed there to do it. This will help me when I get ready to take over it. Right there. Now them right there look like it might be too sharp. I might not be able. I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it right there. But what I can do is, I'm not above these mountains though. So I can cut across. At that point, I can take over and advance my flights. I can advance some flights on the GPS and bypass some of it if I have to. Fly around it myself. Hopefully this stuff don't get in the way before we get around through here. So we'll also have to get between the mountains over on what this is. That right there looks too sharp for me to make. Hey. It advanced itself 3 airports. That might not be, I guess it'd be alright. I can live with that if it'll do it. But it's too much, but it did advance itself. It advanced itself, see it's too sharp now to get back in there. It might make it. If it advances, it'll be fine. I'm pretty close to it. It ain't gonna advance, I don't believe. So let me see, I need to advance a couple. There it went, it did, that's good enough. That's good enough. The last time I tried this, it didn't do that. It kept going back to that point. Now, it's going to be a little slow to make this turn, but I'll let red lines long me to do it. It'll come around there, it'll make it. As long as it don't get in the mountain while it's turning, we got it made. I had them turn, I thought I had them too tight for it to make, that's what happened. but at least it advanced itself and got over to a point to get around a little hump right there too that I was trying to get around. It might not have been that tall of a hump, but on the map it showed, and I just had to fly around it anyway, just in case. This hump right here pretty tall, but we already cleared. We're not up to 11,000 yet. We've done one out of climb speed, I believe. We'll be turning with maybe. As long as we're not going down, we're all right. I better check that and see if we're going down. Well, we're still climbing. We're fixing to top off at 11 right now. Right there. That's it. We did make it finally. We're up to 11,000. That's where we're going to stay. That'll get us over there now. That ain't real trouble. 112 gallons an hour. We got 120 something pounds. What are they doing on pounds? Still says pounds. So it say gallons somewhere. Guess it's going to say pounds this time. Thought it was supposed to say gallons somewhere. There it was right there. 40 gallons. I don't think I told her to do that. Or not intentionally, I put that away. I was just trying to advance that when I pushed that taskbar down. It shouldn't have changed the view, but it did. It should have only given me the option to roll it. Now we'll go back outside a few more minutes. Now we're at 11,000 over this low part of this land here, but a couple little grass strips out here too. I wonder if I'll see them anywhere. They're on top of little ridges. I know the area because I flew this right before. I recognize the area. I flew from another airport to there, I think, instead of this one. And they ended up crossed over a couple of airports. I went back and looked at them because they were on sort of caught my eye sit on top of the plateau. But I've got them, probably got them labeled somewhere, but I don't know where. Now let's see if we can get back to watching what we're doing. I need a DME. It says 12 miles. That should be to the ILS I got up, but even though ILS is not on here, it's just on here. There's the lake right there. That lake is a turning point for the glide slope. At least it gets you started that way. I remember seeing that now. Bring you around to that right there. No, there's a lake right there. Must be a different lake. May like it. It's gonna be. It's all these little short turns between here and there. That on the map it showed some little bumps in here that I was concerned about, and I worked around them. In here it don't really show them that much. They weren't as tall as they looked. Plus I'm higher than I was planning. I didn't know what they were. I was trying to stay above them. That's all I was trying to do. Get fly around. That last one I turned pretty sharp right close to a mountain. I hope it'll make that turn. They turned them. All these over here turned off. That's what I'll do. Both turn some of them off when it passes them. Distance and everything. So that's what it is. We ain't got there yet. There's always light being there right there. We go back about there, menu, enter, and now just change where it's going to go to where ahead of you there. I'll advance the flight to there. That'll give you a chance to make that a little better, probably, because it's going to head to here, not to there. As long as it's not a mountainous area, it's tall enough to hurt us, we're all right. I think we're going to stay inside that big mountain there. Hope. Please we will. This right here was going around a little ridge right there. I know what it was. I just don't know if the ridge been here. I'm going to let it go at that and see what happens. Let me get rid of that now. Shouldn't need it anymore right now for a while. We're only 10 miles out. It's hot in my house. All of a sudden it's bad hot in here. My dinner's ready. I gotta get this done so I can eat. I should be within glide slope range here, I think. Nope. Not yet. We're only 2,000 feet above the airport. Alright, that's that turn there. From here on, the turns are sort of straight. The glide slope is right there, so here in a few minutes we're going to get over here and fly into it. Got to keep a check on it, making sure it is or not up. Right here is what I have to do to check it. It is up. So we fly this way right here and pick it right there up, which should be in good shape. Alright, just got that down. Alright, we got all this. Can't slow down much, we're too high. I'm gonna ease it back to 100, we're 9 miles out. Glide slope on the way, the boat is active. We'll set the approach and everything is ready for landing. I'll keep everywhere watching when I land. Well, I got one inside the cockpit, not in the 3D. And here we go. It's going to look close, but it should clear. Opt the word should. It did every time I've done it, but it sure gets close. The mountains right there. Now there's the airport right there, that valley at the bottom, which is really still 9,000 feet above sea level. And here we go. We are on glide slope and headed down. I'm going to try 90 knots. I hope it will hold that. I believe it will. It should fly at 60 or 70. Let's try 80. Now I'm going to get inside the cockpit. If it drifts under, I will do something about it. Right in here. I thought I turned the lights on a while ago, but I don't see none. Maybe I didn't go back and turn them on after I started it. Alright. That right there will help land a little bit. Alright, this is an approach to Casino Resort in Colorado. The airport is fictitious, but it's a pretty little airport. It's got a lot of stuff. What you see on the mountain on the left up are the green streaks are ski slopes. They've got figured into it. No moisture, no ice. We shouldn't have to worry about freezing up or nothing. Temperature probably ain't that bad. I don't really know what it is. Let's see if it tells. Here it might have a It's 24 degrees Fahrenheit. It is below freezing. They don't moisture, I don't think. The engine was sounding fuzzy. I was just checking. I thought the engine was sounding a little fuzzy. Let's 75 as slow as I'm going to get. I'm below the glass slope now. If you say it lower, I'm going to get faster. As long as it keeps the timers pretty close to that line, I'm alright. Prepare for the landing. I set my throttle and have my keyboard ready to turn the autopilot off. Headed into Gamble City or Casino Resort. Now that bank on my right there looks awful close, but it's not supposed to touch it. I'm not going to say it won't, but it's not supposed to. It looked so close the last time I couldn't be sure. I don't lose the light, I'm alright. The light never went out of sight. That's it right there. Looked like I cleared that. We prepare to land. Throttle set for manual. Take it over right now. I have control.
$50, $40, $30, $30, $20, $20, $10, $10, $10.
Come on, get on the ground. There you go. We're on the ground. Casino Resort. Alright. I'm going to turn off right here. See, there's I've got some static aircraft out here. I forgot about all that. I had to land there too. And there's a ski lift right down there that goes up into the mountains. And we've got hangars back here that are actually open. Got a turning sign. I don't know how them buses get up here. Must have a road somewhere. What does that sign say? That's a pretty building there. Welcome to WFLY. That's somebody else is doing. That wasn't part of the system when it started. This wasn't written by the man that put that on, I don't think. I'll get over and park this thing. I'm gonna go eat me some dinner. Yep, get this thing in this barn right here. Hope they got no cows in there. Oh, they're in a barn, it's a hangar. Okay, I thought it was a cow barn. This is Tennessee, boy. Everything's a cow barn right here. We got a top on it. You have a cow barn or a chicken coop, whichever you want to call it. Let's park it right there. Put the brakes on. Shut the lights off, avionics off, power off, turn the throttle off, shut that down. We can close all this stuff here out. We don't need all that stuff. It'll quit doing that if I quit pushing the button wrong. And we'll pull it back out. That stopped right there. That's where we're going to be. We done our little thing for the day. At least one of them. May do another as well. This thing should turn around here in a minute. I'm trying to make the plane turn around. Get on the right button and do it. As much as I do this, I can't know which button. That guy says what it looks like it does. He's a goner. He's already gone. No, it's this viscous. I can live with that. Ain't what I thought he'd say for a minute. Anyway, this is tail dogs. I'm going to get out of here for now. We'll put this up as a video after a while. It's live stream now, and we'll see what else we can do later. It's tail dog. I'm going to go bye-bye. Catch you later.